Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm an investigative journalist based up in Glasgow with Firecrest Films.
How important do you think flexibility in regards to where you work is for aspiring journalists?
Well, I think there's 2 points you can take from that really. There's flexibility in who you work for and flexibility in where you work. Personally, I've worked in a few different areas of the country, and I think it's always done me quite well. I went to Shetland at one point and worked for BBC Scotland up in Shetland. And one of the really good things that I learned from going there is how to do lots of different things in journalism. So I was doing the reporting, I was doing the producing, I was doing the news reading. And when you work in a bigger organisation, you don't get to do all of those skills all at once.
Should students pursuing a career in media specialise as soon as possible, or is variety in terms of content and medium more important?
That's a tough question to answer. I think it depends on what type of journalism that you want to do. I think you're always going to have a job if you know a lot about one subject. But what I do, for example, I look at lots of different subjects in depth. So I think having that kind of multi-skilled way of looking at things is very helpful if you have lots of different subject areas that you know a little bit about. And then when you need to know a lot more about them, you have a way in and you have a way of looking at it which is different to someone who has only, for example, been a journalist in the car industry, for example.
What advice would you give to aspiring TV journalists? How do they show their passion?
I think what people are really looking for is enthusiasm and tenacity. So it's down to you having gone out there already and made a short film and put it on YouTube. One of the fantastic things about the internet now is that it's emancipated those skills. You can get little cameras, you can get the editing software really, really cheaply. And if you can prove that A, you're good at what you do, and B, you're good at finding a story, and you can go out and film it and do it off your own back without anyone telling you that you have to, that shows that you're enthusiastic about the medium that you want to work in, and it also is a showreel of what you've already done to get there.
What advice would you give to students who feel they've done everything they can, so blog, have their own YouTube channel, have relevant work experience, but still can't get their foot in the door?
I think it's all about speaking to people. Eventually, when you're training yourself up and when you're doing courses or on trainee schemes, it's all about persuading someone to take that first punt on you, persuading someone to say, yes, I'll give you a chance. And they're only going to do that if they know you or they think that they know you. So a lot of this industry is about relationships and building up relationships. You've got to find a way of building up a relationship with someone who will eventually be able to give you a job. And it's also about thinking laterally about the way that you're going to get there. So I have friends who have gone from university not into a career in journalism, but they've gone into a specific area that they've got expertise in. And they know that in 2 or 3 years, that knowledge is going to be really valuable. And also the fact that they did do student journalism and they've done an NCTJ course, those 2 skills together, that means that they will always have a job.
What do you think has been the key to your success?
I think the key to my success has just been never giving up. This is a really tough industry. It's easy to give up, and you're not always going to make a lot of money. If you're in it for the money, then you're in the wrong job, really. I just really love what I do, and I think that enthusiasm for what I do always shines through.